Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for joining us here on TGD today. It is Pro Golf Talk Live. George Honeycutt, as you're always seeing every one of these shows. However, big surprise today. We have Professor Gene Weldon with us. Mean Gene, the dancing machine, is in the house.
Good to be with you, George.
How are you, Professor?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
I appreciate you coming in the studio, hanging out. It's always good to have you.
I wouldn't miss it.
I wish you'd be here every week. I know you got a busy schedule. You can only fit us in every once in a while.
Be careful what you wish for.
Well, Hugh's not here. He jumped out on us somewhere. He's teaching or playing or doing something. I don't know what he's doing.
I like being with you, but I miss him. I miss the grinder.
Oh, the grinder. He's grinding.
We have fun when we get the whole crew together.
Oh, goodness, yes. Yeah.
I don't talk as much.
That's true. But you're doing great, by the way.
Well, thank you. This is fun for me.
You've been a little under the weather, but you're doing fantastic.
I got a little throat issue, but I feel good.
Oh, good. Well, let's talk a little pro golf talk. One of the, favorite events during the winter months is the AT&T Pebble Beach. No doubt about it.
Got a lot of good celebrities playing out there.
Oh, yeah. Got a lot of bad ones, too. Yeah, no doubt about it.
They're more fun to watch.
Yeah, I get a little tired of Bill Murray. Yeah, I mean, how long you gonna ride that dog?
Well, you don't have to worry about it this year. He's gone.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Where'd he go?
He's not in it this year.
He's not in it. Yeah.
They were showing pictures of him.
Well, that's just highlights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of fun. What I enjoy is those brief little snippets of footage, videotape that they show from Spyglass.
Yeah.
Or they show from Poppy.
They're not playing Poppy.
Well, they're not playing Poppy, but they're playing Monterey Bay.
Yeah.
And just when they go away from Pebble Beach and show the other courses, that's what I love. And Spyglass, without a doubt, I've played Pebble, I've played Spyglass. Spyglass is a much tougher golf course. It is much harder. It is a shot maker's golf course.
I haven't played any of them except Pebble Beach. And
Spyglass, you got trees so close together.
I can show you my age. I paid $69 before I was a golf professional. I paid $69 to play it.
At Pebble?
Yeah.
You know what I paid?
How long ago you think?
First time I played.
Probably free, knowing you.
$8.
When?
Military rate.
Hell, I was in the military. They didn't offer me one.
1982.
I played it in 1969, 68, 69.
Oh, my God.
And
that was before Bing Crosby was born. Holy crap. Was there a golf course there then?
Oh, yeah. It
or were you just on your way out to Alcatraz? Was that it?
I was. It was kind of like Alcatraz, yeah. But
$69 and 60.
I think it was 60, 69 maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of money.
They didn't have a military discount that I was aware of
because
I was in the
military.
military.
Yeah. We paid $8.
It was more than a month's pay, I can tell you that.
We played in a 4 services intercoastal match, and the team from Charleston Air Force Base flew out there to Monterey Bay. Landed, went there, stayed 5 days at the lodge. Cost us $8 each day per player to play. And we played Pebble, Spy, Poppy, Monterey Bay.
Not bad.
And then we finished 5th day. Our final match was back on Pebble. And we didn't have to pay the $8 because we got that reimbursed. It showed up on expenses. Flyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't pay for anything. So AT&T this week.
I heard that about you.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one of those fun events. Really, the guys that stand up and win these things are the ones that are able to deal with the 6-hour rounds. And
that's about what it takes.
Sure. Yeah.
They say 6.5.
Right. And that's because the amateurs, and they're playing 4 tees, of course, but still, you got some pretty bad golfers out there.
Yeah.
And these pros, the ones that can handle the change of pace of play, that can deal with that and still keep up their corporate humor, let's say, keep a smile on their face, are the ones that seem to win this thing. So
Mickelson's won it 4 times.
yeah,
Might have a good point there.
yeah. So and he's one of the best when it
He's
comes
pretty
to
good at corporate.
that corporate PR stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, you do a show right now, Fantasy Golf Talk, with Jeff Deal and I think Stefan's on there. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I'm not there as often since I started hanging out with you, but
Whoa, hello. Did they
Yeah.
kick you off the invite list?
no.
I'll take care of that if they did. You
No.
let the Godfather know.
That'll get you off the invite list, though.
You let the Godfather know, though. I'll take that.
Is that an automatic out for me right there?
Yeah, if you mention my name,
automatic
you're out.
Yeah.
But I want to do the Godfather's fantasy pick today for the AT&T.
So
Will you humor me and participate?
Sure.
Because I know you're big into these group fantasy golf leagues, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you're big into it, that you study and do homework and lay out your picks on a weekly basis. And where I'm just so much full of vast intelligence and knowledge
Pull them out of the air.
that I don't have to sit there and, dwell over this stuff. I've got it all right here, babe. I could just spit it out in a heartbeat.
I don't have to dwell on it either. I've got a set way to do it. It takes me about an hour, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to read a little bit. You have to study a little bit. You have to write. You have to, figure out some things. We can go through some of it, what I do, if you want to. But I want to know your picks.
Well, I kind of pick my favorite, and then I pick a dark horse.
Okay.
And my dark horse is, I guarantee you have never put this name on a list that you've ever constructed.
Okay.
How about that?
We'll see. We'll see.
You want my dark horse first?
Go ahead.
Last name of Dunn.
Yes, I have. I know exactly
Really?
who he is. Yes, he's not on my list this week because he has no course knowledge on this. that
No,
I'm
he
aware
doesn't.
of.
No,
That's a tough.
that's why he's a dark horse.
But I do know exactly.
He's
who
as
you're talking-
dark as you can get,
Is
baby.
it Alan?
Huh?
Alan Dunn?
No. I'll pull a name
It's
up.
Dunne, right?
Dunne.
I know exactly
Yep.
who you're talking about.
Young kid, new to the tour, like you said, no experience,
Yeah.
but this boy
He's a
can
great
play.
player.
He
No
is
doubt.
long as the day is long, and just a great player. And then I've got, for my pick of the pick, I've got Sneds. The little pop stroke on the Poana greens.
Yeah, it's going to be a good tournament for him. There's so many variables that you have to take into consideration, and if you don't know them, you can't take them into consideration. Sneds is a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. Mickelson, he's a good pick. Do you know how many? Yes, he is.
Not even top 20.
No, you got to look at two things. He's won it 4 times. Don't tell me he's not.
No, I give him that.
And he's playing better than he has in a long time.
You think so?
I do. I know he is. He's hitting
Okay.
the ball good.
Okay.
He was competitive this week. He was top 5.
Okay, I'll give you that.
And
Easy golf course.
could be.
I mean, yeah.
just
Let's not
The only-
let's not go too much.
the only problem with him.
Because when we
is he
start talking
might-
about Ricky, he's going to start crying.
He
so
might play.
you know.
Poor old Ricky.
Oh,
That was tough.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, look, Mickelson in our world that we look at on fantasy golf, he can miss the cut and he can win the golf tournament. Does that make him a good pick? No, it doesn't.
Right.
Because if he misses a cut, you're going to get hurt.
Sure.
You're not going to have a good week.
Sure.
When somebody, especially if you're in a drafting situation and not in Yahoo, where you have to pick players on a, that have to make the cut for you to be competitive.
For you to get in the money,
Yeah.
they have to make the cut. How many
Pretty
picks
much.
do you make on? I assume you're doing this on what, DraftKings?
Yes.
Okay.
In golf, you make 6.
I said that, so make sure the royalty check comes to me.
You make, I'm the one that's playing. We know where the royalty checks come.
Well, you just get the checks.
Yeah.
So, so you're how many picks do you make?
6.
6 picks. Is that all of them playing, or you got somebody on the bench, or
There's
or
no
what?
bench.
There's no bench.
That's
so
why in Yahoo, when you have players that switch and you switch the players,
Uh-huh.
you've got to be very careful where they're playing. You want them on the easiest golf course
Right.
on the day that they're playing. You know
That you assume that they're going to play their best.
yes.
Okay. All right. I got that.
Now with a $50,000 pick six players, they're all going to play the same golf courses, so it really doesn't matter.
Oh, so it doesn't matter what course they're playing on. You want them to make the cut, and that's all.
It can if they're playing two of the easiest first. You have to look at that because that could automatically put them into the last two rounds. So you do have to look at that, but it's not as important as it is when you're moving players around like you do with Yahoo.
Okay. All right. So let's assume you've got 6 players chosen for DraftKings.
No, the tournament's not till tomorrow. Right now I'm sitting on 9 players.
You're sitting on 9.
Yeah, and I got to cut 3.
Ooh. Okay, so from, say, today till tomorrow, let's assume that that's when the tournament starts tomorrow.
It does, and I'll make my determination tonight and draft my team and put it in.
So what do? You go to the
Just go
little
online.
boys' room and, just dump everything out and
No.
see what floats or what?
No. I'll give you a good example.
Okay, all
I'll
right.
give you 2 good examples.
Are you picking him up on the mic, Joe? Okay.
Am I getting
Go
away
ahead.
from it?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Bryce Mulder.
Oh, yeah, Bryce, yeah.
Okay.
We just talked about him on Monday Morning Golf
A lot
Wrap.
of people will pick him.
I
Because
love Bryce. I played with Bryce several times.
That has nothing, absolutely nothing.
It has
to
everything
do
to
with
do with
picking him.
I love it.
Nothing.
Love Bryce.
Give him hell,
Zero.
Professor.
God. No wonder you don't win any of these.
He
things.
looks good. He looks real good in tailored pants. Yeah.
I'll compliment you. So
He's
do
a Georgia
you.
boy.
So do you.
He's a
There's
Georgia
nothing
boy.
wrong with that. I'm
No,
from South Carolina.
that's right.
About
That's
the same
right.
thing. But you take Bryce Mulder, there are people that will pick him
Mm-hmm.
only because he played well last week.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do is take the people that they think are good, and then I go match them up with 2013, 2014, 2015. And let's take a look at Mulder. Mulder finished, 6 and 13. He finished 8 in 14. He didn't make the top 20 in 15, but his form right now is obviously very good.
Mm-hmm.
So he likes the golf courses. He likes the golf tournament. He's played well there,
And he can putt the greens.
and he's one of my picks. But not because he played well last week at Waste Management. That's not the reason.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
go- if you go
You've looked at
back-
a 3-year playing history, and he's made
Absolutely.
2 top 10s,
Yeah.
and then he didn't make a top 20
For whatever reason.
the third time, but
now he's playing well,
Okay.
and we know
Did he
he
make
likes
the cut?
golf course.
in the third event in 15.
I don't know. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
It doesn't matter?
Not to me. Not
Gotcha.
to me.
Gotcha.
I look at course history. He played very good in 2, 13, and 14.
Yep, 2 top
Now
10s.
we know he's back on form. He's played well. So he's a pick.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get you to understand why he's a pick.
Now, do certain picks cost you less money
Yes.
and certain picks more money?
A good example would be somebody like
I assume Bryce would be pretty cheap because he's not a Tier 1 player.
He's not a Tier 1 player, but because he played well, they bumped him up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So,
His value
but you
went
look
up.
at
Got it.
a Jordan Spieth.
Uh-huh.
He's up there in 12,000.
Number 1 player in the world.
Yeah, and then you go.
Jason Day,
hell, he
I
might-
assume,
he
is
might
up
be
there.
higher than that. They both are. So is Sned's. Sned's up there.
Yeah, because he's got to win.
Well, they're picking him to win.
Dustin Johnson.
Here's a good example.
Oh, here we go.
Exactly what we're talking about. Johnson's got a pretty good track record there. It's not great, but what people don't realize, a lot of people, do you think he plays better in good weather or bad weather?
I would say that he probably cops an attitude in bad weather. He thinks it's messing up his hair and probably gets some other things wet in his golf bag, so he doesn't play so well in wet weather.
And that fits right in with what I've been telling you all along. You don't study. You just kind of pick it out of the air.
That's right.
He plays great
Does he?
in
Really?
bad weather. Yeah.
Really? I would think it gets his
And guess what? He's a high-priced player. The weather's going to be beautiful all 4 days, the last I heard.
Oh, okay.
so I'm not picking him.
Ah,
Doesn't mean he won't play well.
Right,
But I've got a
right.
reason not to pick him.
okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, I wouldn't take him because medical marijuana is available all over the place in California. So, your reasoning and my reasoning, I mean, you boil it down, it all drops into the funnel.
Again, it goes back to what we're saying. That's why you don't have a winning of these things.
You know, come on, Gene.
You just do your homework.
Um,
They're picking Jimmy Walker to finish high.
Jimmy's
got a great track
I mean, you
record
look at
there.
last year. Jimmy had 3 wins on the West Coast. Jimmy plays well at Pebble. He plays well in L.A. Jimmy Walker's a West Coast guy.
He is. I agree.
And as soon as you go to Florida, he's gone.
Yep. But he better stick around because he's not playing quite as well on this West Coast swing as
No,
he
he's not.
normally
No,
does.
no.
Therefore, he's not on my pick
He showed
list.
he showed wrinkles in the armor at Sony at Wiley, and so yeah. And then he had the high round at Kapalua.
You can pick at me a little bit on this one.
But hold on, did you notice I threw those stats out there?
Yeah, I did.
That's
It
pretty
kinda-
impressive, isn't it?
It caught me by surprise.
I know it did.
I didn't really know what to say.
Let's look at. I mean, DraftKings. Do you care who they are paired with in the tees?
No.
I mean, do you care that Bubba is going out with, Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Streelman and Fitzgerald, and they're going to be playing with Jason Day and Nick Taylor? And do you care any of that?
I don't, especially the one you said was Bubba, because Bubba doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. I that was the wrong use. I just looked over at the screen and pulled up somebody. So
No.
you're exactly right. Bubba doesn't care about a damn thing. So, and that was apparent at the Waste Management.
Yeah.
So, by the way, that's a whole nother roundtable discussion, and we're going to have that this week.
Okay.
That son of a gun, take your fat ass checks home, and
Bubba's got.
he said he's going to quit when he gets 10 wins.
He won't.
He's going to quit.
He won't.
I can't. I if I was everybody on the PGA Tour this week and next week in LA, just lay your ass down and let Bubba take this thing, so we'll get rid of him.
Would this be number 10?
It'll be 9 and 10.
9 and 10. He's not going to quit, but you need to understand something. You've heard of people that beat to a different drummer.
Sure.
He's got a drummer in both ears.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
He-
multiple
he,
drummers.
He listens to this one sometimes. He listens to this one sometimes, and sometimes he listens to both of them.
Sure. It's like Keegan Bradley.
different.
That's why I call Keegan Sybil. He's
But
got 7 personalities. He has no clue which one's going to show up in a given day.
he used to be a member at High Point Country Club, and one of my best friends
Okay.
played a lot of golf with him.
Yeah.
And thoroughly enjoyed his company.
Uh-huh.
Bubba is just different.
Sure.
And people need to realize that.
I mean, Tiger used to
Hell, you're
ask.
different. You're different.
Oh, yeah. But that's long established, and nobody hangs around me, so I don't worry about it anymore.
That's not true. We put up with you.
But Tiger used to look to play with Bubba.
I can understand that.
You see that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I can.
Tiger's always been enthralled with length, and Bubba just emblazed him. He
Bub-
just says, "How does this guy do this?"
Bubba can hit shots nobody out there can hit.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no doubt about
and that's
that.
what captured Tiger's, attention.
Unless
And then all of a sudden, Bubba started making some comments.
did
There
you hear
was-
what his wife
there was
told
the
him?
other ear.
Did you hear what his wife told him when he got home the other day after commenting on the Waste Management and the
I heard rumblings about it. Yes.
Yeah, she put him straight.
Well, yeah, but somebody else put him straight. His agent,
I think his wife had more to
because
do with it.
the president CEO of Ping,
Have a word?
who was there and who is in the backyard of the Waste Management Open,
Yeah.
and they are a huge corporate supporter of the Waste Management Open, because Ping's headquarters is just down the street, and their number one spokesperson and their name on their brand is making those comments about that tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerk your fat ass up and get in the car, son. Head your ass home.
That's Bubba.
We're
That's
going to
just-
take our little $10 million check and we're going to cancel it. So he needs to watch his P's and Q's.
I agree.
And you
I
saw
don't-
that
I don't
humbly
disagree.
in his Friday press conference when he walked off the golf course.
And that's one reason he won't be heavily picked this week, because they know he's kind of in flux because of this.
Sure.
So his mind's not going to be.
He got stepped on hard.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. And it wasn't just by Ping, but it was by the tour.
Yep.
I mean, that tournament sold 672,000 tickets.
Which we talked about earlier. That presents some problems. It's great. It's absolutely great for golf. The players and their caddies need to step back and realize how much charity money is raised in that
Oh, God,
event
yeah.
before they start talking to, and their people.
Well,
but you got to take
These
it into
players and
context.
caddies could have been talking every year for the last several years, way before. I mean, you look at it 13 years ago when Tiger makes a hole-in-one, and they still show the image today, the shot today, and there's not a grandstand to be seen. There's just people standing on the ground. So we see now the how did somebody put it? The
corporate America.
No, we see the it's become now a coliseum.
Skyboxes.
16th hole is basically a coliseum.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the gladiators, in Rome. And
Did you hear Jake Trout and what are they called now? They've changed their name.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, Jake Trout and the Ball Washers.
Okay.
You did not hear that song?
No, I did not.
It is fantastic.
Okay.
I'm
I have
serious.
to check it out.
I'm serious. His daughter sang lead vocals.
Oh, really?
I think her name's Amy.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
This
I'll
is
have to check it
Jake's.
out.
This is Jake. You tell everybody to check it out. It's worth it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. But, so here we are, AT&T Pebble Beach. We all know and love the course. We all know and love the event. It takes forever. It has great coverage. We're always looking for it because it's a winter months, normally Arctic cold. And here we see everybody at Monterey Bay. Like you just said, the Monterey Bay Peninsula is going to have beautiful weather the next 4 days. So we're all going to sit here in envy and awe and say, oh, my goodness, why can't we be out there? But we just said that at Palo Alto for the Super Bowl. And last week it was in Phoenix, and it was beautiful weather. And then the weeks before that, it was in Hawaii, and it was beautiful weather. So, we just keep building up, and we know that sometime soon we're going to be able to go out and play golf.
Yep.
It's coming.
I hope.
I mean, today I was doing my daily countdown for the Augusta, and I'm sitting there worried about the azaleas. I woke up this morning
Don't
worried
worry.
about the azaleas.
You don't need to worry about the azaleas. They'll do whatever they need to do to
You
make sure
doggone
they're
right they
blooming.
will.
You ain't got to worry about
You
that.
doggone right they will.
They'll have heaters over them.
I can't thank you, Professor, enough for coming in and sharing this time with me today.
I wouldn't have missed it, George. I would
You're
not have
welcome
missed
back
it.
anytime,
Thank you.
as long as I get part of that check. This is George Honeycutt, Gene Weldon. I want to thank you for joining us, Pro Golf Talk Live. I know we didn't break down a lot of the tournaments, but we had a lot of fun talking about fantasy golf. And look to hear from me to Mr. Jeff Deal and Brian Steffen and you, if you're there, on Fantasy Golf Talk Live, because I think I'm going to have to start calling in and making my opinions known.
Okay, you made your number one pick,
Yeah,
Sneds.
Sneds.
I'm leaning toward Mickelson. I
dude.
think I'm serious.
I got a C note right now on the table.
You need to understand there won't be many people picking him, and that makes it large for a player that does pick him if he does well.
You mean payout?
Oh, yeah, you just blow by everybody.
Ooh. Oh, you're taking the long shot.
I don't think he's a long shot.
Okay, well, as long as you keep feeling that.